Life path number 8. So we are here with your readings. So I'm really excited about these set of readings that I'm doing. Some people are really enjoying them, so I'm going to continue to do that. So please help support me the best way you can by giving this a thumbs up, guys. So let's have a look. So life path, if you want to know quickly, very quickly, if someone wants to leave a timestamp in order to go past this, if people have already seen it, but life path number, how to sort yours out. Okay, so I've done mine. So I was born on the 8th of March 1976. Okay, so we do 8, add 8, 3, 1, 9, 7, 6, add those together, and that comes to 34. Okay, and then you break down 3 plus 4, and we come up with 7. That's how I come up with mine. Okay, if you don't know about your healing year number, the way that you do that is just that you just replace the year that you were born, 1976 for me, and you just add this year, which is 2019. Okay, so then when you add all those together up, I would get 23, which would make that 5. So this year I've been experiencing a lot about 5, okay, with a healing year, so healing the subconscious memory, okay. And then you can go into other numbers. So that's that out of the way. Life path number 8. How you doing? So good vibrations. So the things that I will pick up on are your thoughts through feelings that are generated through them. So enough. Okay. So, life path number 8 for September, please tell me. So this can also be your soul urge number, but you would need to do that through your vowels of your name, your full name, every name that you have, even if you have a middle name. Let's see, on your date of birth, on your chart. So there you go, 8, not on your chart, sorry guys, on your actual birth certificate. So, 8, so very connected to oneself, finding strength and finding courage. Where's the courage within your heart in order to continue on? So you need an outlet. This is someone that's screaming for attention either, but this is also spirit saying that you need an outlet. You need a purge. There needs to be purged vocabulary, so you might need to work on your throat chakra, okay? But energy that is given to you is a gift, not a hindrance, but it's a help and a hindrance, and that's why you need a purge. There's a purge and release. So spiritually, you're listening to universe. You're listening to the universe quite well. But this might make you feel timid. It might make you feel scared, and that is pretty much the awakening process, number 8. That is that. So there's nothing to be worried about if you are in a worrying energy, okay, because there's a worrying energy. But you do go through stages of feeling very cautious, is what I'm picking up, like a cautious energy. But if not, this is finding strength and courage to remain to go forward, because you're very connected worldly. So 8s, which would be my soul urge number, but an 8 generally talks about everything that goes on out of the realms here, everything. So it makes us feel like we can disappear with the amount of power that we learn that we have to control. So when we learn to control the energy and we learn to focus and draw it back to your life path or your soul urge or your healing year, when you do that, you draw the attention back to yourself, and that's how you start to give the keys and the life to the answer of how you create law of attraction. Law of attraction is about the gift that you're given in order to create it and go and get it yourself, right? Because you have to have action, right? But this is obviously where you're very connected to either another Leo or yourself, and you're drawing the attention back to yourself. Now it really does depend on, through this month, on what kind of attention you're drawing back to yourself. We do have Pisces full moon coming up, new moon or full moon, and we do also have Saturn going direct. So it's very important of preparation. This is preparing one's soul for an answer to something. So you might get an answer spiritually where you will need to purge. Do not lock this spirit away, okay? But because you can do that, because you will only learn through your life path when you're supposed to learn it through milestones of life. And then the more you struggle and the more you fight, the more the ego keeps the pride alive, and the pride and the courage that's needed to know that gifts will only be given to you through a certain amount of time when you're supposed to know it. The more you fight it, the more it will go. The more you learn not to, the more it will come. There always has to be an equal of everything. We live in power all of the time, and everything works within divine time, because we learn through the amount of control issues that we have through our conditioning, is the fact that everything is out there in time, and that time works for you. you don't work for time. Time works more in your favor when you're in alignment with your soul urge or your life path, your soul's journey, and hitting milestones where you learn to hit the nail on the head and you're like, ah. But the best thing to do is to not tell things. I'm not going to go into that because they are teaching segments that I do tier 2. A lot of you know. If not, the Skype calls are very, very important to prepare for preparation for where we learn to work with the moon, where we learn to work with Saturn, in preparation for that. There would be no good in not preparing for it in the right manner and suppressing everything down of power, because then we can become very timid. Tim. You might know someone called Tim, or Timber, chopping something down, or taking someone out. Someone's been taken out, or you're taking something out. So you have to give me a chance to start channeling. So there you go, an 8 again, very connected. So this is going to relate a lot to also soul urge numbers and life. So I'll try and give you them all because people are asking in the comments. Okay, so if you're on a healing, number 8, this is, you are very well connected spiritually to this person, okay, to this person, to this thing, to this feeling, to this energy, but very well connected over the period of your healing year. So this year, you have learned and become very open-minded, very clairsentient, clairaudient, all of the clears, all through the clear, through the fade. You've faded out, as soul's journey is faded out into the realms where you're now drawing the attention back to yourself of spirit, where you're becoming very connected, okay? But you do have Leo and Aquarius. Now, these could also be in your chart. I don't want to talk about myself, but I could kind of work these out that are in my chart. So you can see through your life path numbers, your soul urge number, your healing number, and the vowels of your name, they're all going to represent you, okay, you, because everything is about you. So these would always be in your chart, and that would either be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or your Wheel of Fortune, which would be also your Midhaven and your Icy, MC Icy. Okay, so that would be your destiny of fame and fortune, right? So Aquarius, you could have this in your chart, which would be Aquarius in Venus. And then you might have Leo as a midhaven, okay? So it would be your Icy, your MC, okay? But connected. So as a spiritual journey of life path, this is obviously understanding more about the attention that's required to give yourself it, by understanding the amount of power is out there, but it needs to be in the right manner of equality. There has to be an equality to that, because the more you struggle to bring the power to you, you're just still fighting it, because you're only going to learn, okay, and you will only get that amount of stuff in the amount of time when you learn to listen to the planets. The planets are in charge. We are not in charge. Karma is not a bitch. Because if you say that it is, it just reflects it back to you to tell you that you are. Karma is not a man or one man, it is mankind. The kinder that we are to oneself and not anybody else is the reflection that you find in a mirror of the star. Okay, so you become the star in your own eyes. You're the twinkle in someone's eye. You're the twinkle in someone's eye. Life path number 8 for September. So I tried to go over the full journey through these readings, which is your spiritual path, money if it comes up, channeled messages as we go through, also your love, and try to bring everything within your life path, or any number that you might want to go to place a bet. Someone's placing a bet. A sure bet. I keep picking that up. A sure bet. Wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing. Well, I am not so long in the tooth. 1 foot in the grave. There you go. Wow. Dudes, you are well connected with spirit. 8 again. 8 again. You are in alignment with your assignment completely. Completely. Life path number, healing number, or soul urge number, or even your personality number. Your personality is also shining. Okay? Shining. The Shining. Whoa, red rum, red rum. I picked that up before. Red rum. murder. It's crime scene investigator. Some of you could be an investigator or a crime scene expert or crime scene investigator, or you like it on the TV. A star in the star in your eyes. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be right. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be someone else. I am transmuting and moving spiritually. I am elevating. My soul is completely elevated to, this is your assignment from the Akashic records that get fed for you from yourself, believe it or not. When you believe more in yourself, you believe in your spirit, yourself tells you the answers of where you need to go next. Okay, but this is writing the assignment. This is writing your future. This is writing the past, present, and future. When you learn about linear time, is all out there in divine time that works more in your favor. Okay, so you've also got 6. Okay, now that could be in your path anywhere, or there might be someone, but if not, this is care and attention. Care and attention. There's an attention seeking energy that could be someone else, okay, that's seeking either the right amount of energy or it's a discovery of part of your soul's journey, because you do have someone on the outskirts, which is 8, okay. So coming from a 7, that would have come from the Tower, from the Chariot. So spiritually, it would be working more in your favor when you learn that things within, if they are very dynamic and there's someone around you that loses their temper, which would be the Tower, okay? If they lose their temper, that reflects it onto you, where you transmute it and heal it within oneself, because then you end up healing family issues. You end up listening to karma. You end up listening to them, so you could be very diplomatic. You could be a diplomatic energy exchange. But there's an exchange rate as well. Or someone's going through an exchange rate. An exchange rate. Exchanging spiritually, definitely, but exchange rate. Some of you could be in the stock market or something, or in the caring field of money and finances and career, or oil. I'm also picking up oil. I don't know, water, something to do with water as well. Not oil and water, but water. But I did pick up a Sagittarian energy, so it might be something to do with oil and water. But generally working for banking, for the community, public service, doing that very well. Some of you could be solicitors or lawyers, or you work for a homing, someone's home alone. But very satisfied. If you're home alone, you would be very satisfied and very bubbly. You'd be a very giving and caring, sharing person within your family. This is healing a hell of a lot of family issues in general. But we do have to clarify these to state. But this would be the statement. You see, the statement is the terms and the conditions that you write down as an agreement within your soul, that is your terms and agreement of your soul path. So you have to relive that, because you relived it, because you're living it, right? So what have we got? 14, so that's 5. So you might have 5, Johnny 5's alive. You might have 5 in your chart somewhere as well. 5. If that would be 5, that might be your personality, because your personality here shines. Your personality shines. Okay. Or that would be, I'm picking up 5 and 8. 5 and 8. I don't know why. But in the public eye, in the public field, working for general, working for a general. This could be a general. This could be someone that screams. You see, the universe hears you cry, okay? Whether it's inwardly or outwardly. When it's inwardly, that's where I'm not a light worker, I'm a dark worker. I do all of my work in the dark. That doesn't make me satanic. That just means that I do the most amount of clarity through a low vibration that raises my vibration, that raises the collective. Okay, when you learn about the collective, you realise that a collective means that they're a collective of souls where we're all interconnected. When you find the interconnection and the connection between mind, body, soul and spirit, okay, you realise that there's an outlet that needs to be where I can help people actually channel spirit messages. Now, if you're really struggling with that, if you're not, great. If you are, I can tell you good processes that bring on your gift if you start to lose them, okay? Because there's someone that's losing. There's a winner and there's a loser. Winner and a loser. I heard the film No Treat, No Surrender as well, but also what was that war film when they came crashing down through the and it was an old British film when they done it to London. London, some of you could be from London, London, England, or London, different part of the world. But stock market probably, or something to do with that. But SAS, it was the SAS when they raided the White House or something, or the I can't remember the film. Who dares wins. That's it. Who dares wins. This is a daring energy, a scaring energy, or a daring energy. Thank you, Spirit. Wearing or daring, daring. Darren. Oh, that's my brother that passed. Darren. Darren. Oh, I've just connected a load of stuff together. Sorry, I've just collected. Oh my words, just collected a load of stuff together. Whoa, that's my brother coming through. Sorry, 8. Yes, we've just. Sorry if you want the reading, but we've just put all my brother's stuff when he passed. We've just completely done his room out, just literally 5 minutes ago, and took the carpet up and threw the bed away and stuff like that, and collected all his stuff together. Sorry. Yeah, but what was I saying? Daring. There's a whose dares wins as well. There's a winner. Well, there is no winner. Someone's a winner chicken dinner. Someone might be taking someone out for a chicken dinner, and it might be at a fancy restaurant that you might be going to, or going to visit someone. There's a visitation also by spirit, and they're trying to tell you something as well that you're going to know. There's going to be an answer that's fed to you by the Akashic records, so that will only come to you in time. Okay, but that will be fed to you. What else? Sorry. Yeah, that's working and building, working and creating and building around work. So work would be 5, okay? So that's keeping spirit alive, and that's working, whatever you do on a mundane level of what your soul is here to do. You're learning about anything that you would be very good at, okay? Now, 5 would also talk about the Hierophant, so you might have Taurus in your chart somewhere, okay? But 5 would also be keeping the ego alive, but there's no ego attached at the moment. There might be through this energy, maybe, not sure. Because that's a very strong energy. But that's strong-willed, free will and strong will. But the will, there's a will. Oh, there is a will. A well, also a well. Someone does do water, or for a welling company, or someone's doing well. Someone's doing very well, but they're doing very well at their career. They're doing very well at their spiritual path. So you're doing very well, 8. Oh my word. Did I mention that? I did, yeah. 8, right? Yeah, sorry. But very well. Words. Looking at words. Some of you might like words, or you write a lot of stuff, but like words, play on words, you might be seeing hieroglyphics of words. Now that would also be numbers too, but this is part of the matrix of deciphering your conditioning. Your conditioning is being ciphered. There's a siphoning. Someone's siphoning something as well, like oil or water, siphoning. Or there is a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, because you can go your own way. But you're working your own way. So some of you work for yourselves very well, but you work for yourselves independently, but you obviously work for others. So this is sorting out your finances and all the things that you might do in different project fields. But some of you are like work for the caring community, and you might be what do you call it? A clerical assistant? A clerical assistant? Or you're assisting someone on a spiritual path, or they are you. A clerical assistant, or an editor, a news editor, or someone that edits things. Now, this could be film, this could be anything to do in the public eye, but it would be an editor that edits that edits films or music, or edits codes. So, if we come out the metaphysical soul's journey, the soul's journey is really listening, which you would as an 8. But like I said, learning about that amount of power is very. There needs to be a really equal balance that you would know. Okay. Back in the day, I abused the amount of power that I had. That's why I fucked up my first twin flame experience, because I ended up realizing that it was me that was keeping all that alive, right? Because there was a strong connection that became very dynamic. But what I'm picking up through this is that there is a dynamic here, like the dynamic duo, or you're just a good duo or you would make a good duo. Why do I keep picking up on duo? Do you owe? Do you owe something, or someone owes you something? Do you owe? There might be taxes that are coming up. Do you owe? D-U-O. What's D-U-O stand for? D-U-O. D-U-O. I keep picking up a D-U-O. A D-U-I. D-U-I. What on earth's a D-U-I? A D-U-I. Public eye, but D-U-I. Keep picking up D-U-I. Or die. That's strange. That's the message for someone. DUI. A DUI. Well, that's a drinking thing, right? A DUI? I'm going to have to look that up. Someone please comment in that what a DUI is. Or private eye detective. Someone's detecting something. Now, someone's either detecting something that, like they're detecting a spirit, but they're contracting. These are contracts, spiritual contracts, but they're also detecting that there's energy around them. Detecting. Or a detective. Private eye. A private eye. A DUI, right, is a drinking thing, right? A DUI, drinking under the influence, right? Under the influence, something like that. Some of you are under the influence, or someone's under the influence of you, or something, or under your protection. So you're protected very well, but someone's under your protection, where you are the protector, or you are very well protected spiritually, 100%. I think that's where the DUI came into 2 by 2. 2 by 2. They came in 2 by 2. They walk in 2 by 2. Side by side. Wow. What does that mean? 2 by 2. Noah's Ark, right? But 2 by 2. I don't know, that could be a future message for myself. Sorry, that's why I'm taking my time, because I'm really trying to figure out what they're trying to say. I think that's also my spirit guides, that you've got spirit guides around you, 2 by 2. They come at you 2 by 2. Side by side. They're side by side. They're by your side. Someone's on your side. Spirits are on your side and they're backing you, put it that way. They're on your side, that you are very well protected. If you're in union with someone, it's, well, whichever way around is, it's well protected. But someone's well protective of their money and their finances and what they're worth and what they are. This is self-worth, self-value, what they're very good at, what they do as a job, what they put a lot of time and effort into. They're very well protected within that, protective of that, because they like to work independently. So they would be a good person to work for also. So it could mean that someone has Libra possibly in their chart as well. Thank you. Okay, so courage. Having to have courage. Some of you could have a person that is around you that has a life path number 9. Now that would be your partner or that would be your family member. Okay? Because that would represent 5 of building, working, career, family, the Hierophant also. So someone would have possible Taurus somewhere, I would say. I'm not really picking up Capricorn or Virgo, but it might be. But there is someone that feels wary. This is obviously learning much about having courage. Having courage. The courage to continue forward with strength and leadership. Showing entrepreneurship. But some of you could be afraid of this gift and that you might, because these are going to be messages that are coming through. Okay, spiritually, when we look on the spiritual side of this reading. So someone's trying to come through that might have ghosted you before, or that you might have ghosted before, or you might have had a connection with before, in some parts of the connection. Because it's feeling separated in time. It means that I've accomplished so many milestones in my life now that I need to find courage to stand alone in life. So that might be home alone, where you do things alone. Alone. Because this is a person that protects themselves. They protect themselves. Okay, because they're aware of energy. They're self-aware. But if a lot of you are not self-aware, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of me. Yeah, it's hard. But don't be afraid of me. Take control. Yeah, there's a good song by Jet. Bow down, bow down. Well, I've been thinking about the future. It's too young to pretend. Well, it's such a waste to always look behind you. You should be looking straight ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move on before we meet again. Excuse me. Gonna have to move on before we meet again. Get a move on, get a move on, get a move on. Someone's like, get a move on, get a move on. Come on, get a move on. Keep going, keep going. You're doing well. You're doing well. But before we meet again, there's something that needs to be released first before you meet again. This could be a future prediction, is what I'm also picking up. Before we meet again, there is work to be done before we meet again. Now that will either be this lifetime or the next timeline. Before we meet again, yes, hard, but don't be afraid of me. Afraid. Someone is afraid of this gift, which is, don't be afraid of it if you are. But I can help you with that through Skype readings. If you are. Yeah, so there's a hesitation. There's a hesitation, but this is also a very good card spiritually, because this is a plan of action. The action is right here, and this is the plan of action. That some of you, it's disappearing. You're disappearing into the fade of time, which is where you can feel lost in space, lost in translation. There's something that's coming through, that will come through, that needs deciphering, because this is a cipher. There's a cipher out there, a cipher. But ciphering something some people, I don't know why I picked that up, but they're ciphering fucking petrol or oil. ciphering. But that's not for everybody. But someone's ciphering the code, and it's going to come through, and it's going to come through slowly. But if this is not that for some of you, it's saying take your time. Take your time spiritually. Don't force things in life to come so quickly. Take your time. Process what's going on around you here. 8, because you're at a 9. Okay. Process your lives of what's going on around you. Something else that I'm going to be talking about very soon on tier 2, because that's learning to, because we mimic society, you see, through reflection of the cats. Cats. Some of you are dancers to cats, which is the performance. There's a performance. There's a perfection of one's art also, but through a performance. But the Knight of Pentacles is very well connected because it's a Trojan horse. Someone's got a Trojan horse, which means that I keep things on the back burner. I've got things that I want to say, but I don't release it all to the public here. Now, some of you need to find that outlet in the best possible way that you do, or not. This is a plan of action that is going to be hopefully soon taken. For and against. Some of you, this could be court stuff, decisions that have to go through, ciphered through emails and stuff like that, or that would be spiritual work, but that might also mean like solicitors and stuff, and this has to cipher through to reach them. So you're ciphering through letters and emails and sending them out, putting up posters maybe of someone missing. There is also some of you are connecting with someone that's missing, or they're missing you or you're missing them, but there might be actually someone that's actually missing for some people, and you're writing posters and you're putting them out publicly, posting them on Facebook, Twitter, or wherever, or you're making a statement that this is a terms and condition of a statement also. Someone's trying to make a firm statement and stand their ground and make a statement on it because this is a good plan of action. But some of you are making statements or posters and you're putting them up as billboards possible for the general public to see of someone that could be missing. Now that could be an animal for some of you. It could be a missing animal. Or the brightest shade of pale. Brightest shade of pale. Some of you do artwork and stuff like that. Or teachers, you probably are teachers and stuff, and you do that for kids. Or you just do it generally because you really enjoy it. One more card. Wow, it's drawing in abundance because I just see the King of Pentacles. Give me one more card, please. Okay. So we're going to take this one at the moment. So moving forward, extremely well, essentially, because this is a gift, you see. 6 is a gifts that are given to you spiritually, that are given to you in time when you learn to move forward from the 9, you see. You go backwards but forwards as well at the same time. So you're very well connected, wildly, because this is someone that gets attention, you see. Now, if you're if you're seeing someone as that they get too much attention and that's too much for you to bear, then that's your wearing energy. You're wearing your meat suit. You're wearing out your meat suit by keeping up the fight and the appearance of pride. 9 is the appearance of pride because it's part of the 7 deadly sins, which mean appearance of pride. 9, okay, because it's a cry for help. Okay. This is the appearance of pride, because this is pride and ego. Pride and courage. Okay. It's part of Cinderella, right? Or the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. So yes, Alice, I can hear you. Alice is another one of my spirit guides. We have Dave and Alice here, and Alice is saying, I want to be heard. I want to be heard. She's saying that is what you're channeling through me, and I'm through you. Someone, or through. Someone's travelling through. Someone's just travelling through. Someone wants to come and see you. Someone's travelling through, but Alice is saying, what did you hit on, Alice? Travelling through. Someone threw something at somebody. Somebody probably threw something at somebody. A blame or a claim. It might be a claimant for someone. Thank you. A claim. This is a claim or a blame. But someone either way is making a statement. Okay. Now if your statement is putting negativity on people's channels, okay, you're writing a statement. You're writing it out. If your statement is a claim of a blame of a soulmate, then you're going to blame yourself. I'm not going to go into that one. But someone is writing out a statement that they see a claim somewhere, or someone sees you as like, I'm going to claim that. I see that person as victory. I see that person as that they get a lot of attention. They might be a good guide for me, or they might be a good person for me to bring in stability within my life, to bring that in, because they work very well with families and other people and caring communities and stuff, or spiritual community. 15, which is 6, again, it's a gift. It's a spiritual gift. It's telling you it's telling you your next venture. Put it that way, 8. It's telling you your next spiritual venture, but it's also giving you a gift of someone that sees you. This is someone that's seeing you. So you're either seeing them or you're not seeing them, and this is a metaphysical person that sees you as that. Because it's seeking you out, or you're seeking them out. Because this is seeking. Seeking. Seekings. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to give over these 2 more cards here, but there's going to be too many, and then we're going to clarify them the best that we can. So this set of readings is for Patreon members. If you want to become a Patreon member and you don't know, you get all of the readings, monthlies, bi-weeklies. There's moon stuff that I've got coming up. Okay, other projects that I do for tier 2 gives teaching segments and stuff where I just channel, where I help people with loads of different things of deciphering codes. Okay, the mind expansion of number 7. But through tier 1 you get all of the readings. Okay, the extendeds, you get all those. But through tier 2 you get exactly the same, but you also get all the teaching segments that I do as well. Okay, so there are loads of other videos that I've been doing for years, but there are also newer ones and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't put up there that I wouldn't put up, because that's me losing my shit when I was going through extreme amount of karma. But I won't put those ones up anymore, but they're all renovated with just different ideas now. But they are all there and as an option. If you would like a personal reading, please make sure that you reach out, watch one of the videos that come up. It's either here or here, but it tells you a little bit about what I do through Skype calls, okay? Emptying the subconscious memory, because there's preparation that needs to be done in the right manner, waiting for, for things to happen in life. It's good to find your purpose, okay? But I do offer those in Skype calls. That would also probably be a 2-hour reading. And that would also include a tarot reading as well, but we can intervene and talk about loads of stuff, and then also see how that plays out in the cards, and see if I can channel some stuff through me, Dave and Alice. 3 is the magic number. Okay, so hopefully I will catch you on the other side, 8, and see what's going to happen here with the rest of your September. Okay guys, thanks very much, and I'll catch you again soon. Peace.